wrong, or is Warner Brothers like watching a car crash in slow motion?
Yeah, but in extremely slow motion. I mean, it's like you can walk around and look at it from different angles and, come back a week later and not much has changed. It's really bizarre. So
Warner Brothers used to be my favorite movie company. I'm not kidding you here.
Yeah.
I thought everything they touched turned to gold.
Yeah.
And they still, some of the movies that they're going to make HBO Max exclusive actually do look good. We'll mention one of them later tonight.
Yeah.
But this latest news article from Wall Street Journal, well, this isn't the Wall Street Journal, but it was reported from NME.
Yeah, well, you sent me 3 notes about Christopher Nolan. It's like, okay, all Christopher Nolan, all night.
He was big in the news this week. We like Christopher Nolan. You like Memento, so you must like him a little bit. Okay?
I like Memento. I mean, he's
still his best movie as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I guess he did an okay Batman. But it still left a lot to be be desired.
At least he got his actor to get in the right shape for the part. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Okay. But in a new article in the Wall Street, a source reportedly connected to the matter. It's a source, so this could be a rumor.
Yeah.
But probably not. After spending years as a top Warner Brothers director, Christopher Nolan, who wrote and directed last year's Tenet, is unlikely to return to the studio with his next project, in part because he was disappointed with the studio. He was disappointed with the studio's hybrid distribution strategy for 2021, according to people familiar with the matter.
Yeah.
I don't think that's odd, and
I'll say this in his favor. He wasn't just blowing smoke. He really felt strongly about something, and he's, showing every appearance of sticking to it. If you're gonna shoot off your mouth and go after a company, then I don't want to see you go working for that company again the following year.
He's one of the few people who can just dump Warner Brothers and still survive and be successful. I think.
True.
Okay, because I think he does have that much clout. I mean, I'm sorry. I love movies, but when I think of a lot of movies that I watched, at least until recently, for years, I was like, I liked that movie. I didn't know who the director was. When I was growing up, I always knew who the director was of a movie. Okay.
Right.
And I feel that because a lot of the Hollywood model, I feel, has become more producer driven.
Yeah.
That the director's kind of getting lost in the shuffle. Okay. And, but Nolan, you can tell when Nolan makes a movie and what is a Nolan movie, whether you like his style or not. He does have a style, it's not just something that was made on an assembly line. Okay.
Yeah.
But, and apparently he might end up going to other studios. So there's speculation. Next film won't be with WB. So where will it be?
I don't know. Agent Boomer, you tell me.
All right, I got the quotes here. Hold on, I'm doing the cutting and the pasting right now. They made a point, though, that currently there are 6 major film studios: Disney, Warner Brothers, Universal, Sony, Paramount, and Lionsgate. If we're feeling generous, we can also throw MGM into the mix. Does MGM make movies still?
I think they've become more of just a distributor than anything.
I think
else.
so, because I don't know, like... Maybe I was not paying attention. Okay, but I thought they went away years. I don't know. I guess they're still around. They're being generous, so I guess they're making the same point.
Yeah.
But let's see. But they made a point that Apple is pairing with Paramount. Thank you for that tongue twister. For Martin Scorsese's 200 million Killers of the Flower Moon. So it's possible they could insert themselves into the running with a similar hybrid deal. Okay.
I'm sorry. I heard you saying that, and I heard Apple is pairing with pomegranate.
Did I say pomegranate?
No, no, it's just...
I don't know.
That's just how I heard it.
You have Amazon, Apple. It's all vegetation related. Okay.
Yeah, look, it's all fruits.
Amazon. Yeah, well, anyway, I'm not going to say nothing.
California, the land of fruit and nuts.
There you go. Yes, yes. A lot of oranges out there, right? Okay. Amazon has shown a willingness to commit to traditional theatrical windows in the past, so they're talking about this. So Despite the increase of prevalence of streaming, it is widely expected that Nolan will land with a traditional movie studio. Okay. And but extenuating circumstances will eliminate several. Okay, that doesn't actually say much, does it? Okay.
No, it doesn't. But
okay,
if we get to the next article, maybe we get our answer.
Okay. Christopher Nolan eyes return to India for future project. I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, me too.
And I am wondering what this is about. He says that he wants to make a movie in India and wants to film in India. And I kept thinking, is this for the Indian market? Would this be a Bollywood production? I mean, that Bollywood is big from what I've heard. I mean, I don't know if I've watched so many Bollywood movies, but they're almost a movie industry unto themselves out there, right?
They absolutely are, yes.
Yeah. So Christopher Nolan filmed a portion of his espionage epic Tenet in Mumbai and loved it so much that he's already thinking of ways to incorporate a return to the country and whatever projects will follow in the future. So maybe he's just talking about just shooting more movies there because he's like shooting there, like Peter Jackson likes New Zealand.
Oh, okay. See, I could see that either way. Either he wants to, whatever movie company he ends up working for, do some filming in India, or make some movies for Bollywood. I don't know. I'm not.
I mean, I'd be curious. Could a Hollywood director theoretically go to India and just make a movie, even just for an Indian audience, and still be very successful?
I don't know enough about the market there. I mean, would the Indian market be open to that? I have no idea.
I wonder if they would. I don't know. Or would it be a movie made in India that was for an international market? Okay.
We could 5-10 years down the line revisit this and be saying, look how Hollywood collapsed and all movies are now being made in India. Who knows what the future could hold?
It's not impossible. I'm a big fan of the European cinema of the 60s and 70s, especially a lot of movies made in Italy.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Oftentimes on many of these Italian movies, they would cast either an American actor as the lead or supporting, or at least an English actor as the lead or supporting, because the intention was that we were going to sell these movies internationally.
Right.
So you want recognizable stars in the movie, and you would also have your local Italian actors in them as well. Or, maybe you get an actor from other European countries and you'd have like a mix. That's why they were always overdubbed. Okay.
Right.
And they'd be dubbed in English for one country, dubbed in Italian for Italy or whatever, all over the world. And they were shot to be dubbed too. That's why
I'll be honest with you. Some of those movies, I didn't realize until years later were dubbed. They're that good.
They're very well dubbed. Like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That's a prime example. That's
yes.
They did their best to be freshly dubbed. Now, of course, I like to watch some of the horror movies they did, and sometimes the dubbing in those is off, but that's part of the charm of them.
Yeah.
But it's not like the kung fu movies that they dubbed over there. It's not that level of bad dubbing. I mean, there's even when I hear the same voice actors over and over again, there's still a charm to it. Okay, I do like it.
And I think that just like special effects have gotten better, so we get Godzilla not looking like a guy in a rubber suit. I think the technology for editing has gotten so much better now that I think you can make things line up a lot smoother and make sound
these days. Sure. Like that, And it's funny that the one Italian horror movie that I watched was Blood and Black Lace, which was one of the first giallos, and I thought that the dubbing was really off. It sounded very unnatural. And I realized that it was Italian actors speaking phonetic English. They were actually speaking English, but it sounded off. I didn't know why.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's not. It just sounded off. But that was when they were actually, it was lining up. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see them shooting movies in India, and they kind of did that with that Chris Hemsworth movie that was a big deal on Netflix. That was shot in India, where he's saving I forget. I think an Indian boy whose father was involved. I don't know if he's a corrupt politician or somebody wants to. Yeah, I think maybe he was an important businessman over there, and his competition wanted to hurt him, so they were going to kidnap his son. And he extracts the son, but that I could see having more stuff like that happen. Where
one thing that I will say, one dimension to this, the idea of filming, acting in a role and having to learn your lines phonetically in another language, it just boggles my mind. That is just something I can't even imagine being able to do. It's hard enough to learn lines when you know the language and you understand what it is you're saying.
Yeah. They said, you remember the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Sure.
Remember Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah.
I think I think that movie was the language was Mandarin for that movie, I believe, and I think she spoke natural Cantonese, and she had to learn. She learned the entire language in order to play that part. That's what they said she did.
Now that's the way to do it.
She's
And
a
when you
t-
have an excuse to do that too, it's like, yeah, I should probably learn this other language. Well, now I kind of need to. Guess I'm going to hunker down and do it. You know.
she's an amazing actress, and now she's on Star Trek Discovery, and I find that so bizarre because it's like she's like one of the leading ladies, I guess, of Hong Kong cinema. And now she's on Star Trek
Horizon
Discovery.
Talker points out that
Mhm.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan both had to learn their lines phonetically early on before they actually learned the language. That's absolutely true. But again, a perfect example. Both of those individuals are people I highly, highly respect. They are driven. They will do stuff like that. That is a very difficult thing to do. And it takes a great deal of determination and intelligence. And both of those guys have those things in spades.
Oh man, I grew up on Jackie Chan and Arnold. Arnold was my big action star of the '80s, and then Jackie Chan was the '90s.
Yep.
But Arnold though, there were some bad lines like in the one movie, I think it was Raw Deal, where like his wife, like I think she's drinking and she's mad that they had to move out to the country, and she throws a cake she made at him, and he goes, "Don't drink and bake." I guess
you can't blame Arnold for the way something was written, but yeah,
some bad dialogue in those old movies.
Stuff.